Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, we're going to be smoking up some pulled chicken on my Yoder YS640 pellet smoker. Stay tuned. You can see, look at this bark. It's crazy. Oh man, this is perfect. It helps to start with a nice sharp knife, okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, so I've got two 5-pound chickens here, and I am going to be brining these overnight. And brining is a great way to end up with nice juicy chicken. Helps break down the protein, the brine does, and it also allows some water to get into the chicken, give you nice moist chicken. But I am going to be spatchcocking these, so let's go ahead and do that. Now to spatchcock, I like to start on the neck side, and you can see the lines here on the back of the chicken. I'm going to cut up right up against these two lines right here. Okay, here we go. Got my kitchen shears here. Now I do have a knife as well. Sometimes these shears don't cut the skin. Okay, so I might have to break out my knife. Well, actually that cut through. Now right here, close to the thigh, you have a really big bone in here, so you gotta put some muscle behind it. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Okay, then turn it around. Now you're on the tail side, and just follow that backbone. Watch your fingers. There you go. See what I mean? Sometimes the shears don't cut the skin, so just have a knife nearby. There we go. Now, you can save this, make some chicken stock, or just toss it. It's up to you. Okay? Now, to spatchcock the chicken, cut this breastbone right here, just like that. You see that? Doesn't take a whole lot of effort. That's what it did. Actually, you can just split it on this side, but I like to turn it around, just like this. You can either push down right here or just split it open, just like that. Okay, now I'm also gonna look at the chicken. There's a lot of fat pieces that I don't want, like right here. Some of this just comes off with your hands, just like that. And sometimes you'll have to get the knife, but this fat is actually pretty soft. Okay, right here as well, there's usually some fat and loose skin. You can just pull that off. That's good right there. Okay. Take a look at it, flip it over, clean up some of this chicken in here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and spatchcock the other one. I'm gonna bring you guys back. Stay tuned. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how I make a really simple brine that works fantastic. It's never failed me, and it's absolutely delicious. So I've got 1 cup of kosher salt and 1 gallon of water in this large pot. Okay, just put it in there. Okay, now, this right here, this herbes de Provence, or herbes de Provence if you're French, just put about, I don't know, I'm gonna put half of this bottle, probably 1/4 cup of these herbs. There we go. Now this has basil, oregano, fennel seed, lavender, parsley, tarragon, rosemary, sage, thyme. I mean, it's just got everything that you want in a good brine. Mix it up. Now you can actually boil this and really come up with some really good flavors, but I'm not. I'm just gonna do it cold. This is just kind of cold water, salt, and the herbes de Provence. Give it a good mix. Get that salt to break down, if you will. Okay. Fantastic. Now we're gonna grab our chicken, put it in there. Okay, now you're probably thinking, wow, a cup of salt, that is a ton of salt. But tomorrow morning, once I pull the chicken out of the brine, I'm gonna rinse it off, okay? Again, the brine is just to help break down the protein in the chicken and get some more moisture into that chicken. So this is gonna sit in my fridge overnight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned. All right, so it's the following day, and our chicken has been brining for about 20 hours now. I'm gonna take one out, just kind of show you it real quick. So this is what we have now. And I gotta tell you that the chicken does look a little bit more swollen than when I initially put it in, okay? But it's got all these herbs and salt on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it under the sink, and I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got both chickens rinsed off, and there's still a little bit of herbs on the chicken. I'm not too worried about it. That's why you wanna brine with things that you would eat anyway, so it's okay to have some of those herbs on the chicken. So the next step is, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the skin on the pulled chicken or not. But just in case, what I'm doing here is I'm just separating the skin from the chicken, just so that I can get some rub. You don't need any special tools, just use your hands. You want to try not to break the skin, but just use your fingers, okay, just like that. Get the thighs. Now one trick you can do is pull the leg out as well, okay, without breaking the skin. So just like that. Get this side. Again, just get under that skin. We can tuck all the skin or the chicken back in the skin here later. Okay, so what I want to do is expose as much of the chicken that I can. Now I know that I'm not washing my hands, but I will come back with a Lysol wipe and wipe all these bottles down. Okay, so just again separate all that skin. All right, so we're using 2 rubs today. This is my newfound favorite. This is from Cattleman's Grill. This is their Ranchero rub, absolutely delicious. And then I'm going to top it off with this California tri-tip from Cattleman's Grill as well. So again, try to get some of that rub on the chicken itself. Give that some flavor. And just in case I decide to use the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and rub the outside as well. Okay, so get that meat in there, expose the leg and that thigh, just like that. Okay, turn it around, grab the other side. Use a generous amount of this rub. It's absolutely delicious. Okay. And then let's give it a coating of this California tri-tip. Look at that. It's got flavor all over it. Garlic and chili powder. What's in here? Let me see here. Garlic, red bell pepper, onion, spices, sea salt. I mean, it's absolutely delicious. Okay. And go ahead and grab the other side. Grab the chicken. Okay. You can use a generous amount of this stuff. Okay, once we're done with that, go ahead and tuck the chicken back into the skin. Just like that. Okay, and give that skin a good coating of the rub as well. This is that Ranchero rub. It smells amazing. Okay. Then hit it with that tri-tip seasoning. All right, so I've got my Yoder pellet smoker warming up outside. I've got it set at 180 degrees. Now I found that at 180 degrees, it's gonna lay down a really good layer of smoke on the chicken for about 45 minutes. And then after that 45 minutes, I'm gonna crank the temperature up to 275 to finish off that chicken. We'll see you guys outside. Stay tuned. All right, so I just put the chicken in the smoker. Let me show you that. Top shelf, again, 180 degrees. I got the probe into the thigh there, and I've got the smoker set to run at 180 for 1 hour. And then it's gonna crank up the temperature at 275 for an additional hour. And I set the program to hold the temperature at 275. That way I can just monitor the temperature. So we'll see you guys in about an hour. Stay tuned. All right, so it's been 1 hour and the smoker is ramping up to 275. Let's look at this chicken. Again, didn't expect to see much, but it's got a nice light brown color and it smells really, really good out here. So at 275, this chicken is really gonna start cooking. And after 275, after the hour, I might even crank it up to 350. Try to get that skin a little bit crispy. And if it's crispy the way I like it, I'm gonna chop it up and put it in with the pulled chicken. Stay tuned. All right, so the smoker's been running at 275 for 1 hour. Let's take a look at the chicken. Oh yeah. So now it's time to get that skin nice and crispy. And I like to use this, I can't believe it's not butter spray. So we're just gonna spritz it and crank the smoker up to 350 degrees. Add enough of this. You can spray the chicken down with some olive oil or baste it down with some butter. But the problem is that you don't want to disrupt that rub, especially if you're going to use it. Like I'm trying to save the skin to use it in the pulled chicken. Okay? So we're going to give this probably another 30, maybe 40 minutes. We'll see you guys inside. Stay tuned. All right, so the chicken is almost ready. The thigh is at 169 and the breast is at 159. So they're coming up to temperature, and it's been an additional hour. So we are going to make some pulled chicken sandwiches. So I've got some coleslaw mix here, and just going to put a little bit in the bowl. Real simple coleslaw mix. Okay, looks good. Break off some of these bigger pieces. And to that, we're going to add some of the Duke's mayo. Probably 2 tablespoons. Okay, give that a mix. We're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Just like that. Mix it up. These pulled chicken sandwiches are going to be delicious. All right, so mix that up. Now I would like my coleslaw too watery with a lot of mayo, just like that. Then we're going to top it off with a little bit of Spanish paprika, just like that. All right, I'm going to put this back in the fridge. I'm going to go grab the chicken. Stay tuned. All right, so the chicken is ready, and the total cook time was 3 hours and 20 minutes, a little longer than I anticipated. About an hour and 20 minutes longer, but remember that we started at 180 degrees, okay? And it looks like I was able to get some nice crispy skin on this chicken. So I'm gonna just take it off of the bone. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but the chicken is nice and crunchy, the skin anyway, and the chicken is extremely juicy, okay? Look at this. Nice smoke ring in there. So we're just going to pull this entire chicken. In fact, I wanted to cut a piece off of this leg and see how the smoke ring came out. Look at that. Really nice smoke ring. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this entire chicken, and I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned. All right, I wanted to bring you guys back real quick just to show you how juicy this chicken is. Look at this. I'm going to squeeze it. See that juice coming out of this thing? It is crazy, good smoke ring. And what I'm doing is the crispy skin, I am breaking that off and shredding it into the pulled chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to pull this. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got the chicken pulled, and I was gonna add some more rub into the chicken, but I gotta tell you, the rub that was on the skin and under the skin was enough. And I tasted a little bit, and this is absolutely delicious. I don't know if you guys can see how juicy this chicken is. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a quick sandwich. I got a brioche roll right here. Gonna add a little bit of my coleslaw to the bottom. Just like this. All right, then we're gonna grab a nice pile of this delicious pulled chicken. Just like that. Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's give it a taste. Stay tuned. All right, I can't wait to dig into this pulled chicken sandwich. I'm gonna try the chicken by itself on camera. Really, really juicy. Here we go. I almost don't want to smoke pulled pork anymore after trying this pulled chicken. Let's give this pulled chicken sandwich a try with that coleslaw. It's gonna be nice and fresh. That warm, juicy chicken. Here we go. You know, that crispy coleslaw with that warm, juicy chicken, packed with flavor, full of smoke. The rubs were fantastic. I'm gonna be making this again. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like this video. Until next time, Joe at Smokin Joe's Play Barbecue. See ya.